Welcome to electrical lecture series. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss about basics of electrical engineering. Means all the definitions and all the concepts which are required for electrical engineering. Coming to basic concept or basic definition, that is first one is the charge. Here charge is the basic quantity in any type of material that causes it to experience a force either in electrical or magnetic field, that is nothing but electromagnetic fields. Okay, that is denoted by letter Q. Okay, coming to units of charge, that is the coulomb. Basically there are three types of charges. Those are first one is the electron, second one is photon, and third one is the neutron. And the value for electron is minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Value for photon is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs, and coming to value for neutron is 0 coulombs. Here electron is a negatively charged, that is negative charge, and photon is the positive charge. Okay, this is the representation of electron and this is the representation of photon. And coming to neutron, neutron is a 0 coulombs charge, so there is no representation for neutron. Okay, this is about charge. Charge is the basic quantity in any type of material. Units are coulombs and these are the values for different charges. Coming to second basic quantity, that is current. Depending upon the concept of charge, we are going to define the concept of current. That is the rate of change of charge is called current, or we are having one more definition for current, that is the flowing of electrons through any type of material is called current, and this current is denoted by the letter I. And coming to units, those are amperes. Depending upon the definitions of current, we are going to form the formula for current. That is first one is di is equal to dq by dt, or I is equal to q by t. That is the difference between these things. Small letters and capital letters are, here capital letters represents the static quantities and these small letters represents the instantaneous quantities. That is rate of change of current is equal to rate of change of charge, and this is the static current. I is equal to q by t. Depending upon this formula, we are going to form the units. Those are the units for charge is coulombs and the units for time is seconds. Okay, we are having two units for current, that is coulombs per second or amperes. Those are the units for current. Coming to next concept, that is voltage. Okay, the force required to move a unit charge from one place to another place, or we are having one more definition, that is the amount of work done to move a unit charge from one place to another place is called voltage. By using some representation, I am going to clarify the concept of voltage. That is, consider 2 points, point A and point B, and consider q amount of charge is present at point A. Now we want to move this q amount of charge from point A to point B. In order to move this charge, we require some force. Means at point A we are applying some force for moving this charge from point A to point B. That force is called the voltage. Otherwise, we are moving the charge from point A to point B means we are doing some work. That work is nothing but voltage. Here voltage is represented by the letter V. And coming to units for voltage, that is volts. Coming to these definitions, we are going to form the formula for voltage. That is V is equal to, if we consider W is the work done for moving charge from point A to point B, that is W by, we are moving this charge, so W by Q. Otherwise we can consider dV is equal to dW by dQ. By using this formula, we are going to obtain the units. Units for work done is nothing but joules, and units for charge is coulombs. That is joules for coulombs also a unit for voltage. That's the concept of voltage. Coming to next concept, that is power. Power concept also same as the concept of voltage but minor difference. Here power is defined as the force required to move a unit charge from one place to another place in a particular amount of time. In a particular amount of time, or we can define as the amount of work done to move a unit charge from one place to another place in a particular interval of time. Okay, up to this point, one place to another place is the concept of voltage. Here, extra term is in a particular interval of time. Okay, that is nothing but power. Here also by representing something, I am going to explain the concept of power. There are 2 points A and B, and at point A we are having charge Q. Now we are going to move this charge from point A to point B. So we require force, or we have to done some work. Okay, we are going to move this charge from A to B, and we are going to consider time. Okay, at what time we are going to moving this charge from point A to point B. That's the concept of power. Coming to representation of power, we are going to represent the power by the letter P, and coming to units, watts. By using these definitions, we are going to form the formula for power. That is P is equal to work done in a particular interval of time, W by T. Otherwise we can write as dW by dt. Okay, from this we can write dw by dt, and we are going to multiply and divide with a dq. Okay, that is multiplication and division by a dq. Now simplify this expression. Then we are getting dw by dq and dq by dt. We know dw by dq is nothing but voltage, and rate of change of charge is nothing but current. So here power is defined as the product of voltage and current. Okay, coming to units, units for voltage is volts and units for current is amperes. So one more unit for power is volt ampere. One unit is the watts and one more unit is the volt ampere. This is the concept of power. Okay, next concept is energy. Okay, the general definition for energy is the capacity to do a work is called energy, or in terms of power and time, it is defined as the product of power and time is called the energy, and it is denoted by the letter E. And coming to units of energy, that is the joules. Okay, by using this definition, we are going to form the formula, that is product of power and time. That is power and time is nothing but P into T. Okay, by using this one we can define the units, that is watt second. Watt second is also a unit for energy. That's the concept of energy. Coming to next concept, that is network. Network is defined as the interconnection or physical combination of different types of elements is nothing but network. And coming to electrical network, same as the network. Electrical network also same as the network, that is the interconnection or physical combination of different types of electrical elements. Different types of electrical elements is nothing but electrical network. The difference between network and electrical network is, here we are going to consider any type of elements, but in electrical network we have to consider only electrical elements. Coming to examples of electrical elements, those are batteries, connecting wires, loads. Coming to loads, we are having so many types of loads. Those are nothing but lights, fans, motors, generators, all those are comes into loads, and we are going to consider simple representation of electrical network. Okay, this is the simple representation of electrical network. Okay, these are the elements, electrical elements. Coming to concept of circuit, here circuit and network nearly same, but there is a major difference. That is, here circuit is always a closed loop or closed path. Coming to network, network either a open loop or closed loop. Okay, what is closed loop and what is open loop? We are going to discuss in the coming videos. Now coming to concept of circuit. Okay, circuit is also interconnection or physical combination of different elements or different electrical elements, okay, which forms the closed path. Which forms the closed path is nothing but circuit. Now coming to difference between circuit and network. Here every circuit is a network, but every network is need not to be a circuit. This point is very important. I repeat, every circuit is a network, but every network is need not to be a circuit. Need not to be a circuit. Now I am going to represent circuit diagrams of circuit and network. Okay, this is the representation of circuit, which consisting of electrical elements. All these are electrical elements, and the starting point of this electrical element, starting point and ending points are closed here. That is starting here and ending also here. This is the closed path or closed loop. Now coming to network. Okay, this is the representation of network. It is here points A and B are the open circuited. So this is the representation of circuit and this is the representation of network, and this is the major difference between circuit and network. Coming to bilateral element, it is a element which conducts the current in both the directions. Okay, we are having one more definition for bilateral element. That is the element whose characteristics or behavior is same irrespective of the current direction. That is nothing but bilateral element. Examples for bilateral elements are passive elements. All the passive elements, those are nothing but resistors, inductors and capacitors. Similarly, we are going to consider bilateral network. It is defined as the network whose characteristics or behavior is same irrespective of the current direction is nothing but bilateral network. Okay, I am going to explain the bilateral element or bilateral network by using some representation. Consider the element R, and we are going to find out the voltage when current is flowing like this. That is from left to right, we are going to find out the voltage. Consider that is V1. Okay. Similarly, we are going to find out the voltage across this resistor by considering the current direction from right to left. Consider that is V2. Okay, if V1 is equal to V2, that type of element or that type of network is called the bilateral element or bilateral network. If V1 is not equal to V2, those are called unilateral networks or unilateral elements. That's the concept of bilateral element and bilateral network. That is, the characteristics or behavior of the circuit is different irrespective of the current direction. That is, if we consider current direction from left to right, we are having one amount of voltage, and by considering current direction from right to left, we are having one more quantity of voltage. If V1 is not equal to V2, those type of elements or networks are called the unilateral networks. This represents the current direction, and behavior or characteristics of the circuit is different. Okay, the example for unilateral element is PN junction diode. Coming to concept of linear element and non-linear element. Here linear element is a element in which the response is always proportional to the excitation. Here response is nothing but output and excitation is nothing but input. Here the variation between input and output is linear. Those type of elements are called linear elements. Otherwise we can define as the elements are circuits which satisfies the homogeneity and superposition principle. Homogeneity and superposition principle. Those type of elements or networks are called linear elements or linear networks. Coming to examples for linear elements, all passive elements. Those are nothing but resistors, inductors and capacitors are the examples for linear elements. Coming to non-linear elements, these are exactly opposite to the linear elements. Here response and excitation are non-linear. that is we are going to get like this. Okay, those type of elements or networks are called non-linear elements. Okay, the example for non-linear element is non-linear resistor. We know resistor. Okay, this is the representation of resistor. Coming to representation of non-linear resistor. Okay, that is we are having like this. Otherwise, we are having like this. Okay, that is the representation of non-linear resistor. That is the example for non-linear element. That is the concept of linear and non-linear elements. Coming to concept of node and principal node. Okay, here node is a point where two branches are connected in a network. Similarly, principal node is a point where more than two branches are connected in a network. Okay, by using one network, I am going to indicate node and principal node. Okay, if we consider this branch, that is this point where this branch and this branch going to connected. So this point is a node. Okay, if we consider principal node, that is more than two branches. Okay, if we consider one more branch here, that is one more resistor. Okay, again at this point three branches are connected, first, second and third. This point is called the principal node. Okay, node means only two branches. Okay, like this. Principal node means more than two branches. Coming to branch, branch is a line segment which connects the two nodes in a given network. Okay, consider this is a simple network. In this, consider this entire thing is the node A, and this is the node B, and this is node C. Okay, here if we consider this line segment, okay, this line segment connects the two nodes, that is node A and node B. So this line segment is called the branch. Similarly, if we consider this line segment, this line segment connects B and C, though. So this is also a one more branch. This is also a one more line segment which connects node C and node A. So this one and this one are called the branches of a given network. Coming to concept of loop, loop consisting of set of branches which forms the closed path in a given network. Here coming to concept of closed path, the starting and terminating points of current at the same node. The starting point of the current and terminating point of the current at the same node. That is the meaning of closed path. By using simple network, I am going to explain the concept of loop. Okay, this is a simple network and this one is the voltage source. And consider this is node A. Current always starts at positive terminal of voltage source and ending at the negative terminal of voltage source. Means current starts at positive terminal and ending at the negative terminal. Means the starting point of current and ending point of current is at the same node. Okay, so we are going to consider this is the loop of a given network, and this is the concept of loop and closed path.